We're in our CentOS VM, and I have this buffer underscore test.c program open in gedit, and we just went through it in our previous session, so you know basically what it should do. So what I want to do now is go ahead and close this and go to a shell, and the first thing we need to do is compile this. So we're going to use the GCC compiler, and what I'm going to do is say GCC, and we're going to say buffer underscore test.c, and we're going to use the -o for output. Let's call it buffer1. We'll just call it that as a program. So it's going to compile this and give us this program back. And we did get a little bit of an error, but that's not a big deal. And it does warn us that the getS function is dangerous and should not be used. And there's a reason for that. And that's actually why we use it, is for buffer overflows. So now that we've done that, what we want to do is we're going to change the permissions of this just to make sure it'll run with the right permissions. And it's going to say buffer1. So now I want to execute buffer1. And it's going to prompt us for the password. And I'm going to put I love BTC. And correct password, I now have full root level access. Well, I already do anyway, so that's not a big deal. So let's clear this, so we know that it works. Let's clear it, and let's run it again. So /buffer1. Enter the password. And this time, we know that we have a 15-character buffer. So let's, this time, enter a bunch of other stuff. So that's more than 15 characters. Let's enter. It told us wrong password, but because we overflowed the buffer, it still gave us root level access. And we could run another test just to make sure that the wrong password that meets those characters would still give us wrong access. So let's do that. So let's say buffer1. Enter the password. I'm just going to put PW for password. So we know that entering the wrong password will give us wrong password. But yet above, when we entered the wrong password, we still got full root level access because we overflowed the buffers. Now, sometimes another thing you can do is get arbitrary commands executed for you. So let's try that. Let's clear this. And we're going to do this again. And let's enter the password 12345678990. 12345678990, and then let's say cat etsy shadow. And then this may or may not work. Wrong password, full root level access, but we got a segmentation fault, the core dumped. So we didn't get our arbitrary command executed, but that does happen with some buffers, some buffer overflow exploits. So that was just a quick demonstration. A very simple one, a very simplistic one, just to show you how a buffer overflow can work. We overflowed the buffer, but we still got the quote-unquote full root level access. So an actual programmer, an actual hacker could probably have done a better job of writing a true exploit, a true buffer overflow exploit, and then executed it on an actual application. But it just kind of gives you the theory behind it. So anyway, that's buffer overflows, how they work, and we saw a really simple one.